Hello everyone, welcome to Rockshire Gaming. My name is Eric. Today we're going to be taking a look at a new game or a new edition of a existing game that has taken a little bit of time to get here, but it has been well worth the wait. Today we're going to be doing an unboxing of Spider-Geddon, the newest core box for Marvel United from CMON and Spinmaster. Again, like I said, the newest core box that has been released. This is the fourth announced core box, the third released core box for the game. This one was announced. I actually had to go back and look when it was announced. It was announced on January 10th, 2023. The Multiverse campaign had already been announced. This was announced right after that as the direct-to-retail box that they were going to be doing. Instead of doing two-wave shipping on Multiverse, they were basically going to release this core box that you can buy at retail. The box came available finally on July 17th, because that's when I ordered it from Amazon, and it got here yesterday on November 10th. So from the time of announcement to the time it finally arrived at my house, it was exactly 10 months later. So yeah, that's that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the artwork for the box, trying not to get any glare on it. So we've got quite a few characters on here. We've got the Spot, we've got, let's see, Silk on there, the black suit, Peter Parker, Scarlet Spider, Morlun, I believe that's the villain name, because I keep thinking of something else and I know that's not right. Spider-Man Noir, we've got the, not Spectacular, we've got Superior Spider-Man over there, we got Penny Parker, Spider-Punk, Anti-Venom down there. On the top and the bottom of the box, we've got Scarlet Spider and Spider-Punk. On the side of the box, we got Morlun and Silk right there. On the back, we've got the flavor text and the components list. So go ahead and read the flavor text on here. Being a spider hero has always come not only with great responsibility, but also great danger. Now, with villains converging from all corners of the multiverse to hunt them down, the spider heroes will need to forego their loner ways and band together if they hope to stop evil. They'll travel across dimensions in a desperate struggle to protect the innocent, face down dire threats, and confront these villains once and for all. Again, we got Scarlet Spider, Penny Parker, Spider-Punk, Silk, Symbiote Spider-Man, Spider-Man Noir, Morlun, Spot, Anti-Venom, and the Superior Spider-Man. So as I said, this game is going to be basically a new core set going right along with the original Marvel United X-Men, and the new Multiverse box, which hopefully will release mid-year 2024. We will see. I haven't actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't actually seen many announcements on Multiverse. I probably should look into that and see what is going on with that. But let's go ahead and see what's going on with this box right here. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. So like I said, this was announced originally on January 10th of 2023 as the replacement for two-wave shipping. They became available, I think, on around July 17th. I think it became available for like a minute. The listing was up on Amazon. I checked it basically every day. That's when I ordered it on my own. There we go. And ordered it and been waiting. There was a minute there we thought it was going to come in August, and kind of thought it was going to be in September, and then they pushed the shipping all the way to December 4th, and then people started talking about on Facebook that the game was shipping out, and so I was anxiously awaiting that. Got my notification on, I think, Wednesday, got it here on Friday. So there is our box right there with a multitude of red, blue, and black spider characters on there. And we're going to go ahead and open up the box. Now, again, as I said before, this is a new core set, so there's going to be a lot of things that are going to be familiar in this box. And we've got our free CMON content right there. More than likely, it's probably going to take you to the Marvel United achievement list. I will look here soon. Marvel United Spider-Geddon rulebook for English and British right there. United Kingdom right there. Number MUN015. There you go. Let's see, we've got our rule book here. There were a few changes in the rules. Or things they added into the rules. Basic gameplay of Marvel United is the same, but they added a few things, I believe, into this version of the game. So components list, we've got our Was that 6 regular heroes, 2 villains, and 2 anti-heroes. We've got 8 locations, a mission guide, 3 mission cards. Let's see, you got 4 villain dashboards, 48 master plan cards, 24 threat cards, 3 superior Spider-Man mission cards, 96 hero cards, 7 equipment cards, another addition to the game, 12 super villain cards, 8 superhero cards, 2 challenge cards, 12 battle plan cards. Is this game introducing the solo mode, the new solo mode? Maybe. 1 stun token, 3 target tokens, 6 spot tokens, 2 villain delayed accelerate tokens, 4 invulnerable or random face down tokens, 36 thug tokens, 6 threat tokens, 6 spider bot tokens, all the actions, health, crisis tokens, and the villain tracker. There is how you set up the game, the rules for winning and losing, activating BAMs, what you do on the villain turn, what you do on the hero turn, resolving actions. Let's see, effects, turn, location, or something, location and turn effect. Turn sequence, what you do on the various missions, hero damage, challenges, and these are the new rules right here. Starting on page 11, we've got the equipment rules and how that is going to work right there. Then we've got additional rules for the anti-heroes, villain, delayed / accelerate, invulnerable, play randomly face down, crisis, stunned. Let's see, the super villain mode, which I think is pretty much unchanged. Super villain cards, balancing the game. Commander solo mode. So yeah, this is the new solo mode that was introduced in Multiverse and is also now in this game. So we'll see how that works. I might go ahead and do a gameplay. I don't know if I'll do it in this or if I'll do it in some classic content and see how that works. But I'll probably do some content for Commander solo mode later in the month, possibly into December. We'll see how other things go on the channel. Let's see, special setup, special rules, supervillain and commander solo, supervillain versus commander solo mode. So special rules for that, credits, and the rules summary. There is that right there. Then we're going to have our token set. So there's not too much here that is different on this page. It is still all your thugs on one side with your crises and your health. There is that new token right there that I don't remember the name of. It's the other side of random / face down tokens. So there's that, and it's on the back of an invulnerable token, and there's all your civilians right there. And then on this side we've got your punches, your wilds, your runs, your specials there. We've got your spider bot tokens, the rest of your face down / invulnerables. We've got your spot tokens, target tokens, villain delayed accelerate tokens, a BAM token, and well, just another one of those. So that is what those look like right there. Now, we are, because I already talked to Jake and I was getting ready to talk to James about it. We are planning on probably doing this box very soon as far as our gameplays go, and showing off the different villains here. Just so you know, we will be using basically the material in here and the tokens that show up when we need them, because there's no plastic tokens out for them yet. Those are coming with Multiverse. So if you are wondering about That's odd. If you are wondering about that when we do play, while we're using the tokens that are basically the locations and everything that came with the box, it's primarily because of the fact that the tokens that are specific to this box are going to be coming in the Multiverse Tokens set with that game, and then the locations and the dashboards, the thicker cardboard ones, will be with the villain dashboard set and the location set for Multiverse. So they're not in here, they didn't come with this, so there is that. We're going to put the locations this side. First, we do have our new tracker cube right here. It looks like a white frosty clear cube right there, so that goes along with, I think We have quite a few of them now, I think, with this. So we have no shortage of marker cubes. There's the blue one. There's a silver one that comes with X-Men, a blue one that comes with regular Marvel United. I feel like there's a red one in there somewhere, maybe in Apocalypse. I don't know. So the reason why I kind of stopped myself a little bit looking at the locations, which I'm going to open up next, is because of the fact that these are wrapped completely in plastic. Usually they just have a band like right here, but they are wrapped in plastic this time. So there's that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and open up our new Spider-Geddon locations. So as you can see, they are marked with the Spider-Geddon symbol right there. We've got first Sims Tower right there. This location starts with 2 heroic action tokens. Heroes, oh, I can't read it from the screen up there. Heroes may discard any number of tokens from here to ignore the same amount of damage. All right. End of turn, you may take 1 heroic action token from this location, or add 1 heroic action token from the pool to this location. So there's that. We've got Loom World. End of turn, you may move to any other location. So there's that right there. And we've got Japan. End of turn, if there are at least 2 empty slots in this location, you may add 2 thugs there to gain any of the 3 regular movement tokens. So there's that. And again, these are all going to be locations throughout the Spider-Verse. So the next one we're going to have is the Great Weaver Temple. End of turn, you may discard 1 card from your hand to the bottom of your deck to gain 1 heroic action or 1 punch token right there. Next we got Horizon Labs. End of turn, you may turn face down 1 of your equipment cards to recharge. Turn face up any other equipment in the game. There's that one. That's a 616 location, I believe. Then we got Spider Island, which was a storyline itself. End of turn, if there are 1 or more thugs in this location, you must take 1 damage. That is a negative effect right there. Haven't seen too many of those in our gameplays because I believe it's more of a X-Men thing. We really didn't have that much. We haven't covered that much of the X-Men stuff at all in the new in our gameplays. I think the only thing we did was Fantastic Four so far on that. And we got the Parker Residence. End of turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards in hand, you may draw 1 card. So the Parker Residence is going to be the new heal card for this particular box set. And then finally, Las Vegas. End of turn. This has a lot of writing on it. If the top master plan card is not revealed, you may guess what? If the top master plan card is not revealed, you may guess if it adds more thugs or civilians, then reveal it. If you guessed right, gain 1 token and leave the card revealed. Otherwise, put it at the bottom of the deck. So there's that little gambling going on in Vegas. So there's that. So that is going to be our new locations for the game. And then, let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and take this off right here. Alright, we do get our Marvel United dashboard, which is basically the same dashboard as normal. So there's no change to the dashboard. Put that right there so we know what we're reviewing. And then we've got our 4 villains, and it looks like every single one of them has a special setup. So like Anti-Venom special setup, set aside the Cleansing Master Plan card and place it on top of the deck after shuffling it. Team versus team mode, the villain tracker starts at 2. So there's that. Also, again, change from the X-Men version to the regular version. Does have the tokens you need for supervillain mode there. There is Anti-Venom's other one. He does have a villainous plot that will rely on the tracker there. So that's going to be cool. And let's see. I'm not going to get into what exactly I'm going to post them on here. You guys can pause it if you want to, but I'm not going to get into reading what they do. We'll do that during the actual gameplays of these characters, if that is something you are interested in. If you are, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and let us know which one of these villains that you would like us to take on first with which heroes, if possible. We'll probably bring in some Season 1 characters that we haven't played yet to mix some stuff up, possibly once we get through these 4 here. See how that goes. Oh, well, maybe we'll just use the box. I don't know. There's the other side of Spot right there with his special rules. Well, he's got tilted there. There we go. So there's that. And then we got Morloon right there with his special setup and what he uses in supervillain mode. Then there's the other side. His card. Big bad Spider Hunter right there. And then we've got Doc Ock, Superior Spider-Man. There's his card there, and the back of his card right there. Alright, so the next thing we are going to take a look at is going to be some of the cards themselves. I kind of want to find, if I can't, oh, there they are. I'm going to take a look at these cards first, because these are our new equipment cards. And look, they're so tiny. They're little tiny things, little tiny. So just for reference, these are the battle plan cards. These are the regular size cards. Differentiate them there. So we will open up these first. Of course, there's no tab that I can immediately see. Ooh, so there's that. Alright. So, we're going to have, off to the side here, I've got, let's see, the 3 batteries for Penny Parker right there. Hold it up there. You use on your turn, activate the additional special effect on a Webs, Safety Net, or Robot Strength card you played this turn. Then turn this face down. There's our face down version of the card. It says exhausted, remove this card from the game. Right there. So that is the 2 sides of Penny's cards. All 3 of them are the exact same. We've got the web shooters. So use on your turn, move 1 civilian thug from an adjacent location to your location, then turn this face down. So there's the web shooter card for Scarlet Spider. And then his recharge ability, at the beginning of your turn, discard 1 action token to turn this face up. Let's see. A bunch of the characters have web shooters. And the one for Superior, the one for Spider-Punk, and the one for Scarlet Spider all look the same, and they all have the same backing on them. So they're all going to be essentially the same card. So we'll place those there. And then finally, we've got Mechanical Spider Arms. Use on your turn and heroic action or punch, then turn this card face down. And it also has a recharge at the beginning of your turn. Discard 1 action token to turn this face up. So there's that. And there's the other side there. So those are going to be your cards there. I would be kind of interested too to see, and it's something I'll probably do on my own, or I could probably do it on the channel, resurrect some characters or not, when we do some of these gameplays of this. But it'd be interesting to see, because I think Peter Parker, I know the original Spider-Man in the Spider-Verse box gets web shooters in Multiverse, so it'd be kind of cool to see, use basically one of these with him just to see how that works out. See what the cards basically look like for that. So we've got our various, and again without any context, our battle plan cards that I believe are a part of Commander Solo mode. Let's see. We'll go with that one first. Heroic Learning. Each supporting hero card with any heroic actions at the bottom gives you 1 extra heroic action when you play it in the storyline. So there's that. So there's that card right there. There's nothing on the back of these. And then we'll go with Mutual Support. Once during each of your turns, you may forfeit 1 heroic action, discard 1 crisis token from either your hero or your location. So there is that card right there. Again, I'm not going to go through all of the cards and show them off. Finally, we go with High Mobility. When you play a supporting hero card, you may move your hero to the opposite location. So there's the examples of the battle plan cards. Like I said, I will probably be doing something with those with Commander Solo mode at some point on the channel. And let's see. So the box, the way it is, by the way, is that is specific for that box. You can put it down there, but it's going to move around more. But this side over here is the specific one for those cards. So let's go ahead and take a look at what new cards we get for these Spider-Geddon. And I did pull the supervillain cards from X-Men. I couldn't remember if they said that they were the same cards or not. I think they are, but we'll take a look and compare and contrast them in a second. Anyway, we've got the Defeat Thugs, Rescue Civilians, and Clear Threats cards right here. We've got the Defeat Thugs, Rescue Civilians, and Clear Threats for the Superior Spider-Man mode. Can't remember... Let's actually look at this. Place the set of 3 Superior Spider-Man cards next to the playing area for him to add tokens to. Place 1 Spider-Bot token in both locations. 2 locations away from the villain starting with 1. Keep the threat tokens in a side pool. So yeah, so that's, I remember that now from my other video. He's basically putting tokens on his own stuff, and if he apparently completes 2 missions, we lose. So that's gonna be cool. So yeah, that's what the alternate ones look like. My problem is, though, like with the darker background, my problem is I like these more. And like, well, there's the back of them there, but I almost want to use these instead. Like, I have all my stuff is on dark mode, so it's like, it's just, I don't know. Alright, so we got the moderate challenge and the hard challenge cards, like always, and then we've got the superhero and the supervillain cards. Before I get any further, just want to double check. Yeah, so the supervillain and the superhero cards are the same, so I'm not necessarily going to go through them. I'm just going to put them off to the side so we can actually look at some newer content on here. And then we've got, let's see. So the first thing we're going to have here is Anti-Venom's cards and his threat cards. He does come with a starting master plan card, which is a change. But here he's got, like I said, an example of his threat cards. As long as 1 or more camouflage threats are in play, Anti-Venom ignores 1 damage from each hero turn, or 1 damage each hero turn. Let's see, body cleansing. As long as this threat is in play, Anti-Venom can't be given tokens of any kind. So that's bad. Let's see, power negation. As long as this threat is in play, heroes can't move during villain turn. So there's basically his threat cards. And let's see, his Anti-Venom cards. Look at the main ones in the back of his deck. Symbiote Mutation. Got 2 of those. Bring back in play a random already cleared threat in Anti-Venom's location if possible, or in the next clockwise location without a threat. So that's pretty bad. Then Cleansing. 1 hero in Anti-Venom's location must discard 1 card with a special effect from their hand if possible. So that is going to be a fun time with Anti-Venom. We're going to kind of move the rulebook since I don't need it for the components anymore. So there is Anti-Venom. Next we're going to have this spot. Let's see, attack from the Spotted Dimension cards. He's going to have 3 of those. And then 3 you can't escape. So attack from the Spotted Dimension, as long as this threat is in play, damage dealt to heroes during the villain turn is unpreventable. So there is that. A lot of heroic actions needed for a lot of these. And then you can't escape if overflow is triggered in this location. And there are no heroes here. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in any location. So that's going to be pretty bad there. And then his main cards. Let's see. He just has a bunch of BAMs. He doesn't have any additional powers on his cards, but his movement, like right here, move to the location with the A spot token. So he is not going to necessarily be moving clockwise. Well, he will be moving clockwise and counterclockwise, but he is just going to be basically moving to those locations wherever they are mixed up on the board. So it'll be a little bit random as to where he goes, more so than just numbers. Like, you don't know if he's going to, where he exactly is going to show up. Morlun, his threat. Oh, I like that artwork on Spider-Man. Morlun does get a starting master plan card, Life Force Absorption. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, when a hero is KO'd, Morlun doesn't activate his BAM. Instead, he gains 2 health may go above his starting value. So there is that one right there. He will just stay put on his first turn. Let's see. He's going to have Bora, Verna, Brix, Deimos, Genix, and Karn are all going to be his threat group right here. There's the first 3 right there. The artwork there, and then the second 3 right there. So I'm trying to remember a little bit. I've read through the initial Spider-Verse storyline, so but it's been a while since I read through it, so I don't remember a lot of. They all look very familiar to me and everything. I just don't remember it. I probably should go back and read it. Let's see. Morloon's Life Sensing. Give 1 crisis token to 1 hero in Morloon's and both adjacent locations. Sensing life for it. Yeah, same card. Fierce Hunting. Damage dealt to heroes with crisis tokens this turn is unpreventable. Bam. Then all heroes with crisis tokens discard them. So, Life Force Absorption. Oh, we already read that one. So, alright, those are going to be all of Morloon's cards. And then finally, we get to Octavius in Peter's body. We've got his threats. We've got his Spider Bot army. He's the only one so far that has an actual land here and something bad happened to you. Each hero in this and adjacent locations must turn face down one of their face-up cards with special effects in the storyline. When this card is cleared, each hero can turn face-up one of their face-up cards in the storyline. That kind of stinks, especially for the heroes that have ongoing effects in the storyline. And then unstable behavior. As long as this threat is in place, Superior Spider-Man can't be damaged and heroes can't win the game. There you go. So got to get rid of that threat pretty quick. Let's see. And then what does he have for his... He's got 2 I Am Superiors right there. Add 1 Spider-Bot token to Superior Spider-Man's location and to the opposite one if there are no Spider-Bots in these locations. Then deal 1 damage to each hero in locations with a Spider-Bot. So there is that. So overall, villains seem very powerful indeed in the game. Let's go ahead and open up the deck that is going to be our heroes. What do we got? 8 heroes in here. Don't worry, we will get to the tokens in a minute, or the figures in a minute. So let's go ahead and unwrap these. Let's see. We've got, again, Anti-Venom with a starting hand card, Scarlet Spider with a starting hand, Superior. Oh, he has a bottom of the deck card. We'll take a look at that. I think everybody at this point, it's basically a mechanic they really loved. Everyone but Spider-Punk has a starting hand card, I think is what that was. So let's go ahead and take a look at what their starting hand cards are. Anti-Venom, Webbing Generation. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if there are no movement tokens at the bottom of the 2 latest hero cards in the storyline, you may perform 1 free movement on your turn. So that's pretty cool. Get to actually move around a little bit extra there. Let's see. Go ahead and go through the rest of it. This is actually some pretty cool artwork. Body Cleansing. Draw 1 card, then 1 hero in your location may discard all their crisis token. There you go. Anti-Venom Serum. Rescue up to 2 civilians or defeat up to 2 thugs in your location. So, I don't know why this artwork just looks creepy to me, but it is. Alright, so there is Anti-Venom. Just for the sake of time, I'm probably going to show what the starting hand cards do at this point. Spider Sense. Gain 1 wild token. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may discard any number of wild tokens to ignore the same amount of damage. So there is that, and then let's go look at something else. And he's got great power and great responsibility. I can't remember if those are the same as the other Spider-Man, but double punch for each thug defeated with a special effect at the end of your turn. Gain 1 punch token, and the same thing with heroic actions and civilian and getting wild tokens. So there is that one right there, and the one I definitely wanted to take a look at was Superior, just because of that bottom of the deck card. It's going to make shuffling really weird. Starting hand cards, Spider Bots. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add 1 Spider Bot token to your location if there are none. Once on each one of your turns, you may use one of your heroic action or punch tokens as if they were on a Spider Bot's location. So that is his starting hand card. And he's got 2 of those. Oh, he's got Spider-Bot Decoy, so he gets both of these cards at the beginning. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, on your turn you may add 1 Spider-Bot token to your location if there are none. Once per villain turn, you may discard 1 Spider-Bot to ignore in your location to ignore 1 damage. So there's the other version of that. And then finally we will go, because I think that's probably going to be all the... Nope, he's got a couple other ones, but... Final Understanding. If this card is in your hand, you must play it. At the end of this turn, you're KO'd. You may remove Superior Spider-Man from the game. If you do, on your next hero turn, choose another Spider-Man hero and enter play in any location. This basically... I'm assuming this is from the end of the original Superior Spider-Man run where he realized that Peter needed to be the one to take down Green Goblin's whatever was going on during that storyline. The Goblin War, I believe, is what it was called. And he basically relented and gave Peter back his body at the end of it. So, assuming what that is referencing, let's see. Let's go through. And we got Silk, Organic Webbing, as long as this card is face up in the storyline. If there are no movement at the bottom of the 2 latest hero cards in the storyline, you may perform 1 free movement on your turn. So there she's got that. And so she's got Silk Sense as well. As long as this card is face up in the storyline once per villain turn, if a villain ends their movement on your location, you immediately move to an adjacent one. If you do, ignore the first damage you would take there. This doesn't give any other benefit to anybody. So basically Silk would just be getting something from the previous card and not really giving anything to the next card. So that is going to be Silk's cards right there. Again, not going to go through her deck as much, just because. Let's see. Symbiote Spider-Man is going to have Spider Sense as long as his card is face up in the storyline once per villain turn. If a villain ends their movement in your location, you may immediately move to an adjacent one. Right there. Again, not giving any tokens right there. So there's that. What kind of stuff is he giving? Punch for each thug defeated. So Symbiote Spider-Man. So he's basically got the same great power, great responsibility, and Symbiote Enhancement. If you double punch, you may double punch. If you do, on your next turn, you must play your card randomly. So there is that right there. And then we've got Penny Parker with Metal Armor. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, you may ignore 1 damage during each villain turn. So that is nice. Basically, you'll play that first go. And then what other cards does she have? Robot Strength, Webs. She's got a lot of... She's got more than everybody else. Safety Net, rescue 1 civilian in your location. You may use 1 battery to rescue 1 additional civilian in your or an adjacent location. Penny Parker Webs, move. You may use 1 battery to wild. And then Robot Strength, punch. You may use 1 battery to deal 1 extra damage to an enemy. You are dealing damage to this turn. That is awesome right there. Like that character. It's going to be interesting with her to see how the battery mechanic works out, but should be pretty interesting. Spider-Man Noir got his starting hand card, Black Suit. As long as this card is face up in the storyline, if you are alone in your location, you may ignore 1 damage dealt by a threat in each villain turn. So there is that. I was curious with his cards to see how much... Alright, not that too much color in those, just because he's noir and everything like that. It does have quite a few ability cards. If there is too much power, attach 1 target token to a villain in your or adjacent location. If there's too much power, he's got another one that's a punch, and another one that has a movement on there. So these 3 cards are basically the same card. And then he's got, it's the responsibility of the people to take it away. So these three cards are basically the same. Punch Punch against a villain with a target token. Punch Punch against a villain with a target token in your or adjacent location. Then discard one target token from the villain. So there is that. That is going to be the majority of Spider-Man Noir, and then finally Spider-Punk. No starting hand card. Search and destroy. Move any number, or move to any location with a henchman or villain. Then punch there. Anarchy and Earth 138. Punch in up to 3 locations with any civilians. Then discard 1 civilian from each of those locations. So discard, not rescue. 15,000 watts of punk rock. Attach a stun token to a villain or henchman in your location. Next villain turn, their BAM is canceled and the token is discarded. Angry Heart. Perform as many punches as the number of civilians in your current location. So he is going to have some interesting cards. I do that very 80s color scheme. My monitor is showing it more as a mustard yellow, but that is definitely like a greeny yellow right there. Looks pretty cool. I like it. I like the art style of it. It's very nice. So yeah, these are your cards. Like I said, 7 out of the 8 have starting hand cards, with 2 of the villains having starting master plan cards. Yeah, I think that is that it? No, that's not it. We still have miniatures to take a look at. So we're going to finish off right here with this unboxing with our miniatures. We've got first the Spot right there. Got a missile going into one of his spots and flying out his hand. There's that. And let's see, next we will take a look at the other villain in the set, Morloon. He is looking very dapper, very villainous. That one's going to be fun right there. And then got the Anti-Venom, anti-hero card, anti-hero figure right there. Looking a little bit more menacing than the Venoms we've got. Maybe on par with the Carnage. But looking very, very nice. We'll see how that turns out painted. I do realize that 2 of these guys are primarily going to be shades of white, and that's going to be whatever. We've got Superior Spider-Man, which might be one of my favorite villains. Morloon might take it up there, but there's going to be Superior's token right there is miniature. Alright, then what we got? Now we're going to get into our heroes. Alright, let's take a look at our first full hero here. I'm going to pick this one in the middle only because of the fact that it's very large and kind of in the way, but here is Penny Parker right here. And forgive me if I don't know the drone's name or the robot's name. I do apologize because, again, it's been a while since I've read Spider-Verse, and I think it's a very nice model. I think I've actually only have either the first or the 0 issue of Spider-Geddon. I never got the rest of it, just because I think I got out of comics at that time. That's probably right when I was getting out of it, or at least got out of the Spider-Man ones. But definitely want to go back and kind of read through this just to get some idea of some other stuff. We've got Symbiote Spider-Man right here. I do like the weird blast effect webbing that he's got behind him. So that is going to be pretty neat. I like that one a lot. Next, we are going to take a look at Spider-Man Noir. And once again, a figure hanging on a wall. Right there, using a wall. Very similar, I think. Was it the original Peter Parker has a wall piece? Kitty Pryde has a wall piece. That's pretty, apparently a pretty common thing. We've got Silk right here on that tombstone. So that is a pretty nice figure. We've got Benji here. We've got Scarlet Spider, Ben Reilly. jumping off of, is that a tree or is that a, no, that's a, I have no idea what that is. It's like a fence post of some sort. Yeah, I think that's a, supposed to be like a fence post of some sort or a wall of some sort. So there is our Scarlet Spider. And then finally we've got the Spider Punk right there. That might be, just with the way it looks, that might be, as far as sculpt itself, it might be one of my top ones. I like the Penny Parker one as well. Ben Reilly looks awesome. This is going to be, oops, this might be more of a pain to paint just because of the stuff behind the, trying to get around the amplifier. But overall, I like all these miniatures. They did a really good job. They definitely are upping their game since Marvel, since the original Marvel United on here with the different sculpts and everything. I love the Marvel United 1 sculpts. You can definitely tell they upped their game with Spider, with X-Men. The multiverse ones all look great. These all look great as well. So that is everything that you get. I know this one ran a little bit long, but this is everything that you get in Spider-Geddon, the new core set for Marvel United. Like I said, we will probably be doing a couple of gameplays against the 4 villains here. Since we usually play 3-player, it'll probably be, just counting here, 1, 2, to play all 4 of them without mixing anybody up. We might bring some other characters in for those. It's if we go ahead and play all 4 of them. May not. We'll see how that goes. We'll see how you guys like it. If you like them, go ahead and hit the like button on the video, this video, and those videos when they get posted. Check out, we have a couple gameplay playlists for Marvel United. We got a bunch of unboxings for at least Season 1. Do want to get into Season 2 content if it is something you guys would like to see, either both in gameplay or in just the unboxings and that kind of stuff. So let me know what you guys are kind of into with that, and we'll kind of go from there and see how things look. But like I said, we'll definitely be playing some gameplay in Spider-Geddon. So go ahead, like I said, hit that like button, subscribe, all those things, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.